All right, welcome back to another Monday Mail Day, January 30th, 2023. What you see on the table here is most likely going to be all football and specifically Topps Chrome. If you haven't figured out the theme in the past few videos of Monday Mail Day, that's what I'm picking up lately. It's basically an era of Topps Chrome that I've kind of grown accustomed to enjoying the set designs and players involved during the time. And first off, I'm going to be doing a heavy run of Frank Gore, going to be hitting the haul someday. This is a Prism with an S, not a Z, and they are numbered out of 260. It was 2 years, I think, Prism. Parallel was out, and I think it was either like 2013, 2012, I think it were the 2 years. Prism was not 14. I don't think 14 had Prism, but anyways, not going to spend too much time on each card. And actually this time we're going to jump back and forth, just kind of keep the well, this one's a thicker one, not quite sure why it's in an envelope here. We'll just knock this one out of the way, but I'm going to jump back in between the bubble mailers and these little envelopes, just kind of, because normally the bubble mailers have bigger cards, so we'll kind of keep it froggy and fresh. Oh, so deaf. Shut up, right? I'm just joking, Okay, enough with the jokes. Let's see if I can drop him out of there. He's probably taped in, or is he moving around? Just trying to just get him to slide out, but looks like it's on this tape back here. Okay, and a Randy Moss. What is this? 2002. Some gunk on the top loader, but a nice black refractor Randy Moss. Definitely to the left. There's one up right now. I'd actually maybe consider. I'm filming this a day in advance. These are numbered out of 599. Just not gonna have the time tomorrow to film and then be able to upload and all that jazzy jazz. All right, so that was a bigger card. I'm not quite sure what I paid for each card. Obviously, you're seeing them on the screen as we go here. And that's purchase price, and I'm not quite sure if it includes shipping on those little screenshots, but nonetheless, continuing on here, next card is going to be another Frank Gore blue refractor out of 199. So not basically another of that same 2013 design. 2013, right? Yeah. It's pretty well centered. A little to the left when you're looking at it like this, and a little low. Might be actually tilted a little bit to the left. All right, so let's open one of these manila bubble mailers, craft bubble mailers, I should say, actually. And interesting packaging. It's always fun to watch the packaging. See what kind of crazy packaging we're going to get in today. And this is just a base Brady 2004 that I thought was pretty well centered. Now that I'm looking at it, it's actually high. And you can see the Brady, the bottom of his name down to the bottom edge. That section of white is higher compared to the top of the Patriots to the top of the card. Thinner up there, thicker down there. But left and right looked good, so we'll see if I consider that. I don't see that gemming, but most Bradys get submitted nowadays, so it's kind of the thing to do with the greatest. You guys consider him the greatest football player of all time? I'm sure there's many that don't. In my eyes, it was Jerry Rice, but I personally feel that Brady has taken that role now, just as being a quarterback position and the accolades alone. All right, this card has some fillers, and we have a Zach Ertz refractor on the rookie. Thought it looked pretty well centered in there. Hopefully it's not too scratched up on the card. Top loader obviously is, but yeah, just base rookie refractor, no numbered on that. Was that a regular envelope? I can't remember. Let's just do, a bubble mailer. Nice little tear here. Got some, oh, this is a slab. Okay. Or it's an uncirculated, but looks to be longer. Looks to actually be a slab. I'm trying to think of, it's probably a 9 of someone in a parallel. Topps Chrome. No, it's not. It's the Will Clark set registry. Leaf, not Donruss. I think there's a set registry of 8 rookie cards for Will Clark, your favorite player. I think I'm now officially 2 away. This is the only 9 that I'm going to have in the set so far. All the rest are 10s, thankfully, but looked like a pretty solid 9. Pretty solid 9. Maybe there might have been some chipping, a little rounded corner maybe. So I get it, but pretty solid. I think I got this on the cheap too, like $15 maybe, something like that. All right, so let's get into the remaining cards on the table and finish this video up. Hopefully you all enjoy these types of videos, the ones that do watch. Try to get them out every Monday. I do have a fluctuation of cards coming in all the time. A sepia out of 99. These sepias. This is the 2011. Reggie Wayne most likely will hit the Hall. Has not yet, but I would assume he would get there based on his numbers alone. I think we're ready to get some of these cards on the screen yet. Too many packages. Just use the tear here for this one. And a Tim Brown 2000 refractor. Card severely slid. This is why you put painter's tape on top loaders, so they don't do this. Who knows how much, but you can see he is way out of that sleeve. Now he's back in there. Whenever I ship cards, I always put painter's tape just for that specific reason. This year's 2000 refractors, they always have this like line dividing. I'm not quite sure what the reasoning is, but a lot of them do. Some of them don't. So I might have missed that. But obviously that line is clearly distinguishable. This is when Topps Chrome was still trying to figure out the refractors. They came out to Topps Chrome in '96, but they were having some trouble trying to figure out their refractor business early on. And they started dialing it in later, and then everyone was all about it. But yeah, when refractors first started come out in the hobby, I wasn't in the hobby at the time, but I've researched and seen that it was awful. This is a little mini Pulsar. Frank Gore. Not quite sure why I bought this. Maybe just centered. I think anything of a parallel in the mini variants is numbered, so kind of can't really go wrong there. But Frank the Tank, future Hall of Famer, no doubt. And cut right here, if I can get this. There we go. It's hard to work around this camera sometimes. Alright, what do we have here? There's like a rip. Alright, some cardboard. Oh, we got the Julio Jones rookie orange refractor. Got this relatively cheap, obviously to the right and down a little. But you can pick up, Julio Jones is possibly going to be a Hall of Famer as well. You can pick up his cards pretty well cheap. If you're looking for a future cheap Hall of Famer, it is kind of on the side of prospecting. I wouldn't necessarily, well, not so much in the sense anymore because his career is pretty much over. But prospecting, I would say, in the sense of the Hall of Fame, I feel like he has a pretty strong shot. I can put his numbers up on the screen. Let me know if you think those are future Hall of Famer numbers. He's up there in the ranks for sure, and he's still playing, so they're only gonna keep climbing. Who knows if he's coming around next year? He's definitely jumped around quite a few teams after the Falcons, but all right, I think this is gonna be, nope, it's a one touch. We have a Randy Moss blue refractor, very clean looking. This thing is like scratched up inside the one touch. That's, hopefully that's not on the card. That was not on the card in the picture. I don't believe. We'll keep it in there. But this looks pretty immaculate. There's like a little something I should be able to wipe off. Maybe some dunk glue. And maybe a little kind of impression right there. But looks pretty clean, pretty well centered to the right, possibly down a little bit, but that's a beautiful card in the blue. It's basically almost color matching, I would say, in a sense. So sweet looking Randy Moss. I can actually get some of these cards on the screen now. Kind of go like this. Good enough, I suppose. Alright, so we just have bubble mailers left. Let's get the skizzers out for these final four. I'll try to keep this, wrap this up real quick and keep this to a relatively decent video lengthwise. Blue refractor out of 199. Anquan Bolden, 2010. Looks pretty good. A little to the right, possibly in high. And next up, we'll just cut the top. This one's too close. Too close for comfort. Squeeze my little, well, I don't know if it's a little. Here's a plug for George. Sweet looking gold Antonio Gates, uncirculated. Digging this. Another future possible Hall of Famer there. Antonio Gates, or is he in the Hall? Gosh, I can't remember. I think he's out right now. Go ahead and slap me with your comments if I'm wrong on that. Yeah, 2008, they were at a 199. Have a sweet Sean Jackson coming in. It might actually be one of these. That's a cool looking card. Basically color matching on there. The yellow and the Chargers unis. Back when you could call them San Diego. And our second to last, apologies. Second to last. Refractor 2001. Marvin Harrison. The other dual threat for Peyton Manning. Out of $9.99. The only year refractors were numbered, 2001. Sitting high and to the left, but you can get a legend like that, refractor numbered. I'll buy that every time and grade it. Last package. Not quite sure what's going to be in here. It's going to be in a top loader, I believe. Yep. Donovan McNabb. Not quite sure why this was so extremely packaged. This was not an expensive card. Black refractor. Pretty well centered, I thought. Maybe a smidgen high. Out of $5.99. 2003. So, gonna review all these cards in depth for scratches, etc. See what's worthwhile for submission. But thanks for joining me today. Hopefully you enjoyed this type of video. Stay tuned for future upcoming mail days. See what we get in, and grading videos as well. Y'all take care. Have a good one.